What's up, guys? That Really Gross Guy here. We are back playing Warframe. So, within the next few days, we will be having some Tennogen coming your way. So, I thought today would be a good time to get back to one of my recent Tennogen videos. Well, recent as in, you know, it's like 2 months old or whatnot. But I don't play these frames all that much just because I'm still working on a lot of endgame stuff, some endgame builds. I've been doing a lot of farming, and that requires me to step into some of my stronger frames, and it keeps me away from enjoying some of these really fun builds that I've been playing recently. So I figured today would be a good time to jump back to my Grax Volt and kind of go have some fun a little bit and talk to you guys. So this is, like I said, my Grax Volt. I run a Destreza, a Maradetron, as well as the Sabaris, just because they're kind of cool, fun weapons to kind of use. The Destreza is really fun. I'm not too sure, really, how good it is endgame-wise, but there's just something about its fast attack speed and its stance that I think is really fun about the Destreza. So I'm excited about the rapier and maybe possible rapiers in the future. We did see in the weapon contest some cool rapier designs. I did like the infested rapier, it looked kind of cool, but I don't know, look at that. That finish move is also pretty awesome, but yeah, so here we are knocking out some stuff. A couple things I wanted to talk about is Bard is right around the corner. I think they were talking about how they're in preparation for the update for Warframe, and I'm hoping that also includes the photo booth mode, because I really want to get that started for all my thumbnails and whatnot. That's kind of why I haven't taken a whole lot of time to go out and take a bunch of different thumbnails recently. Is once, like, that was kind of on my to-do list, was hey, get into some frames, go to some really cool tile sets, and just take some screenshots of some of some of your frames, you know. And once I found out about the photo booth mode, I was like, I'm gonna postpone that that idea of doing that, because if I can take advantage of this photo booth mode, I think we'll get some sick thumbnails. And then I'll do some editing on top of that, and I'll get some cool thumbnails for videos and stuff in the future. So, so yeah, look forward to little adjustments like that when it comes to the channel. Like I said, when it comes to the thumbnails, and obviously, like I've said in the past, getting into the day one access with the fan channel program, that's going to be a whole lot of. I am currently getting my thing destroyed. That sucks. Getting into, ooh, what is that? Heavy trauma. Garbo. Not really. Someone probably needs it. Maybe I'll sell it for like a couple plat. I don't know. I'm currently on the platinum farm grind. I just spent like 300 platinum today on endgame stuff like arcanes and mods that I can't get from my syndicates and all that kind of stuff. But yeah. So when it comes to new game stuff, like I said, the updates are now going to be pretty spot on with the day one access. The more endgame builds, more build videos in general, not necessarily endgame builds, but I want to show you how I really like to run my frames. There's a lot of frames that I would really like to put like arcane abilities on that would make those frames like that much better. For example, I would love to run like Arcane Grace is just super expensive, so I might have to farm that out or just have to do some crazy grinding for platinum to get some Arcane Grace. But anyways, I'd like to slip some of those mods on some of my builds that are, you know, like Arcane Grace is like health regen. For some of my guys that just don't have a good way to regen health themselves, maybe something like that. Maybe a Arcane Grace would be perfect on like a Rhino, because he has armor, and while he has his armor up, he can restore his health and all sorts of stuff like that. I don't know. I'm just just really stoked. So what I want to do is I want to get in, do some videos with you guys, talk about some frames, and if you guys have any information on good ways to build frames, especially if I ask, you know, like, I really don't know what to do about this frame or this, you know, whatever, I'd really love to hear some feedback, because I'm kind of, I don't want to say that I don't know what I'm doing. It's just the time it takes to research, what does power strength change? Does it, you know, does power strength change the let's say the strength of Necros's dudes, you know, his Shield of Shadows? Does it affect, how does it affect the augment mods? How does this affect that and all that stuff? It's like, while I can go and research all that and do all that stuff, it takes just such a long time. Kind of like someone was saying, hey, why don't you run an arcane eruption on a Necros, so that every time he picks up a energy orb, because Desecrate does all the energy orb or whatever, however I'm using energy, then you'll cause knockdowns. And then there was another one that they said, someone said to use on Necros because I forgot why, but you know, stuff like that, where not only is it good for the frame, but if you pair a specific weapon with it, it makes it really good. Such as, should I use Necros with like the Invisible Necros or the Shield of Shadows Necros? Should I use Covert Lethality with a dagger on Ash's Lethal Teleport? Or should I run an Blade Storm build? Should I do this and that? And then you guys, I mean, you guys probably know some of the details that I may not, like would it be better for me to run a crit build on a Ash Lethal Teleport, or should I run like a specific focus? Like the Naramon focus, I think, that makes him invisible instead of running a smokescreen build or this or that. What's like, that stuff is the stuff that it's like, I could go and research it for, you know, an hour, 2 hours, or I could have 3 or 4 comments in the bottom in the video, just say, hey, you know, run a dagger, Covert Lethality, and Lethal Torrent, and you'll do this amount of damage as long as you got efficiency. You can cast this 10 times before you ever need another energy, or you know, whatever. And that stuff is like instant feedback, instant like that's just so, I don't know. That's just so much more helpful than me sitting on forums all day. So as the channel grows, I'm sure, you know, feedback will grow when it comes to build videos that I do. I haven't really done too many build videos other than like my recent Chroma rebuild I did. But other than that, I can't think of like an actual build video where I showed my mod slots. So we're getting into that a little bit more. Like I said, I am rebuilding. That's why I was kind of mentioning Necros and Ash. I'm rebuilding both of them. I want to rebuild Equinox. I want to do those guys more endgame-ish. I also want to build a really good Trinity, because I think Trinity is a fantastic, very great frame. And whether it's, you know, I end up running a Link melee build, or if I run a support blessing build, or, you know, I don't know. But if you guys have specific builds that really works for you, and you can run trials with them or whatever with no problem, I would love to hear about those kind of builds. I think I think when it comes to what I'm looking for to a build, is if I don't do super endgame long run survival type things. If you have builds that can get me through a trial, that's it. That's all I'm looking for, is even a nightmare trial. If you have something that can get through a nightmare trial, obviously you have to run with a party. But if you have something that can get through a nightmare trial and you don't need to be carried, or you do a majority of the damage, those are the builds that I'm really interested in. Because like I said, I don't need to run, you know, 2 hours in a survival or 4,000 plus cryotic in an excavation. That's not stuff I care about. I just want to do endgame content, get my arcanes, do my grindy, whatever grind stuff, and then get back to, you know, enjoying the game with fun builds, you know, or continue, you know, use those builds that can get through the trials. If they're fun enough to play, then I'll just play those all the time, you know. But I'm kind of in the fashion frame mode recently with the new Tennogen stuff, and Tennogen stuff is so awesome. I'm as much as, you know, to be honest, the helmets. I feel like the helmets in Tennogen are too expensive. I haven't bought a helmet straight up because I can pay like an extra $1 for a skin and get like the full skin and helmet. I'd rather do that, but I know some people think that stuff is too expensive. I just like to say, and while trust me, I don't like spending money on something that literally is purely cosmetic, but at the same time, there are people that are making these designs, you know, that get a portion of that revenue. So those content creators, just like I'm a content creator in YouTube, these guys are content creators through their designs, their artwork. I'm gonna call it artwork. Whether they feel like it is or not is up, you know, up to them. What they feel is art. But I just want to support their art and allow them to keep doing what they're doing, because if I don't think people would be doing a whole lot of creative stuff. I mean, some people will, some people would, but without getting some sort of financial gain. And if you can make a living off of your talents and your creativity, then by all means do it. And I'm the kind of person that I like to support that kind of person and that kind of mentality, is to do something you love, and if you can make it support you financially, then by all means. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the Tennogen stuff. The builds, I don't know when I'll be able to get the next build video out, because I'm trying to make it as well-rounded and without too many holes. Like, obviously, I don't want to show you guys like a Necros that still has 2 empty mod slots, because I don't have enough Forma to build them, you know what I mean? So I want to get to the point where, yeah, not all my mods might be completely maxed out, but you can see exactly what I'm doing and exactly the route I'm taking, and you can see all the mods and why I use them. So if you don't know exactly what I mean by that, or if you would like a good example, take a look at my Chroma rebuild video. I'll try and put it in the end screen. But I appreciate it, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to do those giveaways coming soon if I can get some more codes for you guys. But yeah, other than that, that should be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, blow!